That's it.
Are we there?
You are.
We are in.
We are on, and there's nobody online.
And Clyde?
I've not heard from Clyde.
Okay. Well, you're set?
I'm set.
Okay. Welcome to the special select board meeting on May 12th at 5 p.m. The purpose of this meeting is to conduct the second public hearing on the readoption of the 2017 town plan. Do we have any comments? Is there anything online, John?
There are no people and no comments online.
Do my colleagues have any comments?
Not for this meeting.
I've never had such silence at a select board meeting.
It's at a public hearing, not a
At a
select board
public
meeting.
hearing. Okay.
I'll create a comment if you really need one.
I guess we'll adjourn.
Yeah, make a motion that we close the public hearing
Is there a second?
at 5:02.
I'll second.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Great.
Okay.
hold on.
We have 15 seconds. Yeah, probably all has to be done.
I was muted us. Now we're ready.
You said, okay. Welcome to the May 12th Heartland Select Board meeting. It is 5:30. This is the second, and this is a regular meeting with one agenda item. Are there any adjustments to the agenda?
Then
Moving on, are there any public comments?
there's no one online either.
Okay. Then on to new business. I would entertain a motion to readopt the 2017 Heartland Town Plan.
So I'll make a motion to readopt the 2017 Heartland Town Plan with no changes.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. We have readopted the 2017 Heartland Town Plan. Town manager notes.
I have nothing that cannot wait until the next regularly scheduled meeting.
Can we talk about the F-550 for one?
No, we cannot talk about the F-550.
Is
No.
that moving along in the sense of, is it out of the one dealership and?
No, it's still at the dealership. You brought it up, Jim. We're still, the person that we deal with trucks at G-Stone was on vacation, so unable to get us an estimate. So, but it's kind of a work in progress, so.
Okay. And as we get into the heated springs, are equipment all in order at this point?
We continue to have issues with the backhoe. It's the most used piece of equipment, but it's hydraulic lines and things like that. It's kind of, unfortunately, routine maintenance that they're fixing. But again, it gets used a lot, especially with the tree work and things like that.
Sure. Okay. Any other questions?
So what's the schedule for the new town plan? What are they trying to, is there a certain timeline on that?
The schedule for the new town plan is they need to make some changes to it. And again, they're meeting with, I believe their first meeting with the Two Rivers staff is this Thursday evening to start that review process. Thursday, there was a scheduling conflict when they set that meeting. And so they are starting that. I believe they anticipated it taking a couple of months. So looking at probably a June or July planning commission public hearing on that.
Okay.
Which puts us back sometime, early fall or late fall, depending on how much review and changes the select board will choose to make.
Okay. And not getting the municipal grant to help us with the bylaws, we're considering a contract with.
We're working with Two Rivers to figure out a contract in terms of the split amongst the fees.
Okay. I don't see another option, but that sounds, sound to me.
Right.
Okay.
So I've gone through half of the town plan, and it needs lots of work.
Will you be communicating that to Rivers or to?
I need to talk to Peter or Kevin and find out how they want me to do it.
So there's two options. We can provide feedback now, or by we, I mean the board and myself can provide feedback now as Two Rivers is opening the process. Or the select board can withhold all their comments. Once the planning commission holds their public hearing, the select board can make all the changes that you so choose, and it does not need to go back to the planning commission for another public hearing.
I think I would suggest as well, we have help from Two Rivers as we
Yes.
tell them now,
Yeah,
and not leave
absolutely.
it up to the planning commission.
Okay.
Just what's the flavor changes? It's not
Land use is poor,
poorly,
the housing section is really bad.
but poorly written.
No,
No?
it basically doesn't allow for any growth.
Okay. So,
So we're required to do a certain amount of housing, and basically they're saying is they want to see their growth in the villages. Where in the village? Show me in your plan how we can address housing. So the way they have it right now, it's pretty much impossible
Tom, I
to
thought-
build outside of in the rural residential where you'll do like a single family lot on 5 acres or
But
something.
wouldn't that type of feedback come from Two Rivers anyway?
It potentially might come from Two Rivers. So I think that there's an opportunity to provide feedback now, though, initially as well.
Which is fine. What I would do is just say, I think there needs to be a little bit of caution, right? Because your feedback is really individual feedback. It's not select board feedback. All right, if we're giving select board feedback, we all have to agree that it's the right feedback.
I probably would disagree with you, but
But
I would say I know what I'm talking about.
I believe that you do, from a state perspective.
Not a state perspective, from a legal perspective.
Legal perspective, whatever, from planning perspective.
Yeah, and
So
his-
I believe that to be true,
Tom,
but. I
Tom
think
is not
we could-
arbitrarily doing this himself.
Right.
He's been asked by Two Rivers to do this work.
And I'm more than willing, if you folks are willing, is read the land use chapter,
Yeah,
comment on it. I'm more than willing to put the comments
yeah,
together.
yeah, that's fine.
We can do that.
So,
Same thing with, the housing section. But I think to me, we need to understand, we now live in the Upper Valley. We have zero non-residential tax base in this town. And so what are we doing? So basically the way I read the town plan is development should occur elsewhere.
Tom, I thought that,
And I don't want to turn this into a big thing, I
Right,
really do.
right, I do think
and
we're
mow my lawn.
venturing into
We're venturing into a thing that we didn't
like an
have on
agenda
the
item that we
agenda.
should put on the
Yeah.
next meeting.
But I don't want to blindside the plan.
That's what I was gonna say.
I do not
I
want
don't
to
know, I don't know anything about what you know about this.
Right.
I'm out, I'm looking at it from the other side of things, okay? And the only thing that would bother me is if the town planning commission went to all the work to develop this massive plan, and they're ready to get it signed, and all of a sudden we go, oh, no. So you're better off sending somebody there now,
Yes.
so that they can communicate to them now before they do all that work to send it to us and we
And
reject it.
I will inform Two Rivers of
That's all I'm
generally of
asking.
my concerns and see if
Yeah.
they have similar concerns. I don't.
Get it in there early.
I would just throw out one other thing, is that their guiding principle, one of them, is the town survey, right? And what the people of the town felt like they wanted Heartland to be, whether they wanted more commercial development.
The guiding principle for the town plan is Title 24, Chapter 117.
That's the
I
frame.
could care less about, I don't feel as though the survey was a particularly good survey. It was quite biased. And I don't want to get into all this, but,
totally agree with you on that.
so, I think we should adjourn.
So what I'm hearing is, thank you for doing the work that you're doing. Please stay in touch with Two Rivers on this. And I think we should all be looking at those two chapters. And then maybe at a future meeting, you could sort of highlight those things that are sort of there.
And I'll go to a planning commission meeting when Two Rivers is, I'll talk.
You've been doing that already.
No, I was asked by Two Rivers to read the town plan.
I understand that.
And that's as far as
We
it's
can
done.
put this on a future agenda item on the next meeting to have a bigger discussion about it. But again, I think it starts with Two Rivers meeting with the planning commission on this Thursday to start their 2025 kind of edits that are gonna be required.
Yeah, and they're there, so they can help.
And they should be seeing the same things that you're saying.
Yeah.
If there are issues.
I haven't talked to them, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Good, okay. Well, thank you all.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Great. I'm gonna trace this.